Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. You can see before you I've got a couple new slabs out, but something different today. I finally went out and purchased my first CSG slabs, and I want to do a quick review today on those slabs. So you can see in front of you I've got the Ray Allen Zabute insert from 96 Skybox, and then also a 97 Skybox Z-Force Tim Duncan. So these are a couple cards that I wanted and have eluded me in the PSA slabs. So I thought, hey, I'll pick them up at a lower cost in these CSG slabs. They're a little bit lower grade. But my initial reservations were about the flip. We'll just address the elephant in the room. They have an extremely large flip, much larger than the PSA flip. And I've always been a fan of the PSA slab in general. It's one of the first slabs I ever purchased when I started collecting again a little over 10 years ago, and it's been a mainstay of my collection. So the first misconception I had about the CSG slab was its size. Looking at that flip, I just assumed that it was an oversized slab top to bottom, but now that I hold it up with a PSA slab, I can see they're fairly similar, if not exactly the same in height. When you put them together width height wise, they match up quite nicely. So that's something that kind of surprised me, I'll be honest, and I'm very pleased with the size of the slab, top to bottom, left to right. Looking at it as far as thickness, very similar as, again, the PSA slab, maybe just a little bit thinner, and it's got more of a concave back, whereas the CSG slab is all-encompassing and not concave in the back. I kind of feel like the CSG slab is a little bit sturdier, I'll be honest with you, whereas the PSA slab a little bit more sleek, but maybe a little less secure. In this case, I was really surprised as well by the clarity of the case, just looking at how well the card presents itself inside there. You'll notice inside the case there's less room for it to shake around, while there's a little bit more room inside the case on PSA. So I'm pleased with that. Looking at this case, as far as the ability to grade, I like the fact that this one was subgraded, so you can see all the 4 subgrades. Corners on this is what hold this card back, and then looking from the front of this card, I would say this was overgraded. A little bit of a corner issue up here, but really clean. But you have to flip the card over, and on the back you see a little bit of not a press corner, but a little bit of paper loss, if you will, in that corner. And that's where it got the 7. So I believe this card is fairly graded, and I thought CSG did a good job grading that at a 7.5. Looking at this other CSG, the Tim Duncan from 97 Skybox Z-Force, this one has got an issue with the edges. So they gave everything an 8 or a 9 except for the edges. And once again, I think they did a fair job grading it. Looks like some chipping down here at the bottom, maybe a little bit on the top. The sides look to be okay. No edge problem on the back because it's white, so very forgiving. But definitely on that front, I think that, in my opinion, I might give it a 7.5, maybe even an 8 on a good day, who knows. But when it comes down to it, it's just the opinion of the grader at that moment when they see the card. And I thought the 7 was fair. So no issues with their grading, no issues with their cases, except maybe slight, hey, they maybe in the future address the flip to make it a little less, maybe just a little condensed. Maybe it just seems a little large to me on that. Maybe move the card up just a little bit. But some of the other features of it, I love the snugness of the card and the inner holder, and just the feel of the slab. I think that it's the right size and thickness, and very sturdy, and I really feel my cards will be protected inside these cases. So that's my initial impression of CSG. I'm pleasantly surprised. I would not hesitate to buy another CSG graded card, and maybe even consider, if I decided to send some cards in, and the rates that they have are very affordable compared to some of their other competitors. So maybe in the future, if I decide to send cards in, I wouldn't hesitate to use CSG. That's my opinion. So anyone willing to give theirs, I'd love to hear it. So feel free to post and comment on it. And once again, I appreciate you. and I'll talk to you again later.